Good morning, 8th grade math students, and welcome to virtual math class. Today, we will be talking about finding the volume of pyramids. And our objective for today is that students will be able to find the volume of both square and triangular pyramids. So remember that a square pyramid has a square base, and then, it has the triangle sides. And then a triangular pyramid has a triangle base, and then it has still triangle sides. And we're going to act like those pictures are better than what they are. So to find the volume of a pyramid, two different ways, because we have square or rectangular pyramids. And for those pyramids, the pyramid equals length times width times height, all divided by 3. So there it is in words, and here it is in the formula view. So length times width times height divided by 3. And again, that's for your rectangular or your square pyramids. So here we have our different parts labeled. So our length is going across, our width is what is going to the side, and then the height of the triangle is from the base all the way to the peak of the pyramid. And for the volume of triangular pyramids, it is 1/3. Capital B is the area of the base, and then times the height. So remember, to find the area of the base, it's going to be a triangle. So the area is going to equal 1/2 base times height. And again, this is for our triangular pyramids. So starting out, we are asked to find the volume of the pyramid. So for this one, it has a square base. So I'm going to use the equation volume equals length times width times height divided by 3. So I need to find my length. My length is 5. My width is also 5. And then my height is 10. So I have 5 times 5 times 10. And then I divide by 3. So now you can plug all of this in and do 5 times 5 times 10. Find that number, divide by 3, or you can break it down. So we know that 5 times 5 is 25. And then we have 25 times 10 divided by 3. 25 times 10 equals 250. So now I have 250 divided by 3. And what is 250 divided by 3? That's going to equal 83.3 repeated. And so now for my final answer, volume is 3-dimensional. So my answer would be 83.3. I don't have a given unit, so I'm just going to say units cubed. That is my final answer for the volume on this one. Next up, I have to find the volume of the pyramid. And again, it has this square base, so I'm going to use the volume equals length times width times height divided by 3. What is my length and my width? They are both 6.8. So I'm going to do 6.8 times 6.8. And what is the height? 8.7. And then I divide by 3. Again, you can multiply all of this out and then divide, or you can break it down. So first do 6.8 times 6.8. When I do that, that equals 46.24. And I still need to multiply by 8.7 and divide by 3. So now do 46.24 times 8.7. When you do that, you should get 402.288. And now my last step is to divide by 3. When I divide by 3, my final answer is 134.096. Now, sometimes you can leave it like that. Sometimes it will ask you to round to the nearest 10th. Remember that the 10th is this place. So I look next door. If it's 5 or bigger, I add 1 more. So in this case, if I'm rounding to the nearest 10th, that would be 134.1. And again, I don't have a given unit, so I say units. And what is it? Cubed, squared, what? Cubed, because it's 3-dimensional. So volume equals 134.1 units cubed. And our first example for triangular pyramids, because my bottom is a triangle. So remember that my volume equals 1/3 the base, the area of the base times the height. So to find the area of my base, that's the capital B, I'm going to do 1/2 base times height. So that I'm just looking at the bottom triangle because I'm just looking at my base. So I'm looking right here. So my 1/2 times my base would be 7, and my height would be 12. So 1/2 of 7 times 12. And what does that equal whenever you divide it out? Or the other way that I've been told you guys, it's base times height divided by 2. Either one of those could work. So you could do 7 times 12 divided by 2 as well. When you do that, you should get 42. So once you have 42, now we plug that in for our capital B in our equation. So now for the volume, that's going to equal 1/3 the area of my base, which was 42, and then multiplied by my height, which is 7. So 1/3 times 42 times 7. 1/3 times 42 gives me 14. So now I have 14 times 7. And that, what does that equal? That equals 98. And what is my measurement here? Millimeters. So my answer is millimeters cubed. So the volume is 98 millimeters cubed is my final answer. And our last example for today. So again, what kind of a pyramid is this? It is a triangular pyramid. So what is my first step? I have to find the area of what? The area of my base, which I do by base times height divided by 2, or 1/2 base times height. Either way, either method that works for you. So if I'm just looking at that bottom triangle, my base is 4, my height is 6, and then I divide by 2. So now I have 4 times 6 divided by 2. And what does that equal? That equals 12 when I divide all of that out. So now I plug in 12 for my capital B in my formula. So now for the volume, it is going to equal 1/3. The area of the base I just found was 12 multiplied by the height, which is 3. So I have 1/3 times 12. 1/3 of 12 equals 4. So now I have 4 times 3. And what is 4 times 3? That equals 12. And what is my measurement? Centimeters. So my answer is that the volume equals 12 centimeters. And what is is it squared, cubed? What is it? It's cubed. Good job. So the volume equals 12.3 centimeters cubed. I hope that this answers all your questions in regards to volume. We will be practicing this more, so we are not done with this, but hopefully this gives you a solid introduction. If you have any questions, please make sure to ask me for help. Please, please, please.